John's. It's going to be crossed in.
Is that Cambry with emotion? I have not heard that yet.
Shot from the Lions is no good.
It's emotion.
All right, we're about to have a goal kick. So Nina, if you could get a shot of Ava, and Ethan just get a shot of kind of just a shot of the players getting ready to receive the ball.
Yeah, Ethan, go up.
Three,
Yeah, a little bit wider like that, yeah.
Shot, Ethan.
And then Ethan, wherever the ball goes, just kind of track it. We'll get a shot with when the ball
Ready,
is.
2 on 2. Stay with it, Nina. Good shot. And Nina, as soon as she kicks it, we're gonna go to 1.
Keep the ball
And
in frame.
1. Oh, she just got kicked in the face. All right, now
Foul.
I think it's on
Handball or
You're doing
foul or something.
stats. Zuber, you got stats?
Yeah.
That was a handball.
It was on St. John's, so don't worry about it.
All right, ready, 3 on 3. And back to 1. That was a ball.
Come on, get up to it.
We're about to have a throw in. Ethan, if you get a shot at the throw in.
Sydney Ferguson.
I got it all right here. I just have to look.
Oh, okay.
Ready, 3. Never mind.
So,
Just kicked
are
it.
you're on the mic. You're live right now. Oh my gosh, you are live right now.
And there's a goal for St. John's.
Ethan, get a shot at
13 minutes into the game, and that's the first point of the night.
3 on 3.
It'll be 1-0 for the visitor after a great cross in. And then it'll be an early lead for the Lions. Eagles have been on the defense for most of the match so far.
And let's go back to 1. Good shot, Ethan.
Eagles looking to switch that here. Still in the first half. 27 minutes to go here. St. John's quickly takes back possession. And they're looking to create more of what they had in the early part of the game. Big cross in is stopped by Theo Longbottom.
We weren't kidding, though. In 2 to 3 minutes, they did score.
You weren't wrong.
All right, Ethan, we're going to have a throw in. I like that shot. Ready, 3 on 3. Stay with somebody on 2.
And there's a goal for
Never mind, on
St.
1.
John's.
No, you're good. You're good. Thought you had a shot.
Point of the night. It'll be 1-0 for the visitor after a great cross into the game, and that's
So loud.
Goal kick out by Franco. As Sloan Frost stares, looking to try and cross it up to Whitman. She couldn't get the pass through. It's just like that. St. John's is trying to push it back up yet again.
Shot of Ruth.
She was absolutely no
Ruth Tamuno stops
Someone zoom in on Ruth.
the offensive fast break
Ready, 3.
for St. John's.
Good shot, Ethan. Stay there.
Yeah, no anthem, no prayer, no lineup, no nothing.
Back to 1.
Hey, 1, get the corner. There you go. Yeah, that's too far. A little bit more. Oh, that's a throw in. Never mind.
It's going to be a goal kick now for Franco.
Grab one of our players. Grab one of our players. Two. Like, yes.
On three. Ready three on three. And
Franco
back
takes
to
her kick. And that goes right to a St. John Lion.
very good shot. Nina, you're incredible.
Louis Seifert trying to dribble out. As St. John regains possession yet again.
Dude,
Kira Whitman is trying to put pressure on and get the ball back for the Eagles.
Alright, we're about to have a throw in. Still only one.
It's worth noting the Eagles really playing without any seniors on this team, as Ehi is on the bench and Elizabeth Ingram, one of the senior captains, she's out for the year with a knee injury, so that's going to be a tough blow to the leadership on this team, as we'll have to see some juniors step up in their place. But the one bright side you can take from this is the Eagles will be returning everybody who's playing right now next season.
Ethan, ready
Good save there by Franco. At 23 minutes here to play in the first half.
right after she kicks, we'll go to one. And on one. Oh my, we're not even halfway through the first half.
Franco's goal kick winds up out of bounds.
They don't want to be taking much of that.
So Nina, we get a break like this, just kind of zoom in on one or two of our players, so we can get some kind of a highlight.
Ready three on three. And back to one.
Eagles throw it in. And it falls out of bounds yet again.
Three.
1-0 is your score here. 22 minutes to go here in the first half.
And back
In case you missed it, first goal was scored by St. John's just about 5 minutes ago.
Corner kick.
As we're about to see a corner from St. John's.
Never mind, we're back. We are active.
It's going to be a quick kick.
So proud of
You
you,
did.
Nina. And we have a cross.
As the cross is just a bit behind and high for the St. John Lions players. And that's going to be a goal kick for Franco.
Goal kick, Nina, player. Get a player somewhere we can focus on. All right, on two. On three. On one.
Franco's goal kick wobbles out of bounds. That'll be St. John's. Throw in from the near side.
Keep it in the frame. Keep it in the frame.
We're gonna have a throw in. Ethan, I really like that shot. We're gonna switch to you when she picks up the ball and gets a little bit closer.
We'll have
Follow her.
an Eagle throw in here.
Ready three on three.
As St. John's is making some substitutions here. As they'll have about 3 people switching around in their lineup.
Good shot.
Why does the time stop at 2 minutes?
And back to one.
Kept them. Referees at their discretion can add extra time, depending on injury.
Ready two on two.
So instead of
Good shot, Nina. Stay with her.
can add to it,
Keep her in frame. Good shot, Nina.
so that's why you stop at 2.
Stay with her. Ready three on three.
can switch players, Nina.
St. John's throw in. As St. John's has continued to maintain possession after their first goal. Kira Whitman now handling the ball for the Eagles. She tries to make a cross forward to Ferguson. She'll get to it, and she'll try to cross it in. Oh! And Megan Henley sails it over the goal as she had a golden opportunity with a one-on-one play with the keeper. Missed opportunity there for the Eagles with 19 to play here. Great passes there from Ferguson and Whitman to set it up.
Keep it in the frame. Hammered.
Lock in.
Eagles looking to replicate more of the same. Shot on goal is no good as the keeper saves it. Eagles have now had 3 shots on goal, 2 within the last minute. St. John's now pushing up in the offensive. Goal kick for the Eagles as Franco will take it out. Long bottom was on the defense there for the Eagles. Kept it from being a corner or a shot. Ball is crossed in, but it appears they're going to have called the ball out of bounds, as it'll be an Eagle throw-in.
Ready 3 on 3. And back to 1. Stay with that shot, Ethan. Nina, you can find a new shot. Ready 3 on 3. Back to 1.
St. John's pushing it up, looking to cross it in. That's going to be deflected out of bounds by Covarrubias.
Get the kick, Nina, get the players in the middle.
That's going to be a corner for St. John's.
I mean, there's going to be both.
Like in front of the goal. So we can get the kick, and then we can switch to you in front of the goal and get a close-up.
Ready 3 on 3. And on 2. Back to 1. Where'd you kick it?
Corner is cleared by Whitman. Sloan Frostier makes a great move with the ball as it's poked away by St. John's, but a great effort there by Sloan. Sydney Ferguson passes it up to Sloan yet again. She gets it up to Whitman. Whitman trying to do it on her own. And she'll take a far out shot. It's going to be saved by the keeper.
And back to 1.
Eagles looking to replicate more of what we've seen in the last couple minutes. They've increased their shots on goal here. And had some breakaway opportunities, but couldn't convert.
I think it's going to be our throw-in. So, ready 3
A That ball's going to be a
Then we're gonna have a kick actually.
kick
Just follow Ruth.
here
At the kick.
by Ruth Tamuno. Great contest there by Louis Seifert to get the ball away from St. John's. It's quickly lost there by Ferguson.
They're gonna have a throw in.
It's a
Or corner kick actually. I'm still looking at the football buttons.
Corner
Good shot, Ethan. Ready, 3 on 3.
for St. John's here.
Dude, Ethan is getting some insane shots. And on 1.
Corner is sent in. St. John's had a chance to make a play, and the ball goes out of bounds. And it'll be a goal kick for Franco.
Nina pick up play. Ready, 3 on 3. And on 1.
Kira Whitman gets the ball off of the kick. As she's trying to push it up here on the wide side. She tried to take it herself, but it's kicked back out to Megan Henley. Now down to Lily Seifert. She gets it out to Sydney Ferguson. She'll try to cross it into Whitman. Good defense there by St. John's. St. John's trying to turn into instant offense. And she's got a one-on-one with the goalie. It's going to be a great save by Franco. Stopped it with her knees to prevent the second goal. Keep this lead at 1 for the Eagles. Ava Franco's been racking up the saves tonight. That's her 8th already in the first half.
Ready, 3 on 3. And back to 1.
40 in high school.
St. John's putting the pressure on again. St. John's couldn't turn that one. As the Eagles attempt to clear it. Eagles finally get the ball out of play.
Ready, 3.
As St. John's
Get the shot with the girl.
will make another substitution here. The Eagles have yet to utilize their bench tonight, keeping in the starters for the majority of the game.
And back to 1. Nina next dead ball. Can you get a shot of Kira Whitman? Like game stops.
St. John's are maintaining possession here, as they've got a chance to cross it in. As Christy Volmer denies the cross. St. John's tries to send it in as Franco
On 3.
will stop it.
Back to 1.
Valentina tries to send it up just to Sloan, but it's intercepted.
Alright, now, Nina. Now. Find it.
Kira Whitman in on that last play.
Kira Whitman.
She's a junior on this team. She's been a big-time player for the Eagles. She's committed to play soccer in college. She's a very, very talented player, one of the fastest players on the team. She's taking it now herself. She crosses it to Ferguson on a beautiful pass as Ferguson tries to send it up, but it's going to be no good. Another shot on goal, as the Eagles have been slowly picking up more and more of those as the half has gone on. $8:50. Roughly 9 minutes to go here
On 3.
in the first half.
Back to 1.
You can pick somebody else.
Kier Whitman with a chance on the free kick.
Is it
Corner kick.
It's going to be another golden opportunity for the Eagles as they now have a corner kick.
good shot, Ethan? They're going to be right there in just a second. Ready 2 on 2.
Ruth Tamuno,
3
defender for the Eagles, and she's made quite a few quality plays on the back end. As this lead could be a lot larger for St. John's if it weren't for her. So we have Kiera Whitman in for the corner.
and back to 1.
Eagles attempt to run a set piece there. Proves unsuccessful. As St. John's looks to take it on a breakaway. And yet again, Ruth Tamuno aiding on the defensive effort.
Ready 3 on 3. Back to 1.
Eagles get the throw in there.
Ready 3 on 3. Good shot, Ethan. And 1.
Valentina tries to send it up to Ferguson. As St. John's is now pushing it up here.
We got halftime snacks up here. If you guys need something.
Just about 6 minutes to play here.
Some stuff. The regular snacks that we have. We don't do healthy.
In the first half. St. John trying to cross it in. It's Ruth Tamuno out there on the defensive effort. Great defense there by Tamuno to push her out
3 on 3.
and get the ball for the Eagles.
And back to 1. Let's go back to 3. Back to 1.
St. John's looking to make another run at it. Just about 5 minutes to go. Good cross there. As the St. John's player just misses it. As Volmert will try to push it up for the Eagles. St. John's looking to reset their offense and make another run at it. Short time left here in the first half. Ball is crossed in, but missed yet again by St. John's, as Franco will catch it.
And back to 1.
Halftime's usually about 10.
So you have a free kick here for the Eagles. As Tamuno will take it and try to send it up to Whitman.
Ready 2. Nina, you stay with her. On 2.
Ruth Tamuno played a good game thus far, a junior for the Eagles soccer team.
Ethan, try to stay with the ball.
As we have Sydney Ferguson, the sophomore, in on the throw-in.
And back to 1.
She was one of the few freshman varsity starters last year. She maintains her starting position this year and looking to improve on a stellar freshman campaign. Rutamuno stops that offensive push
Ready 3.
with a push of her own.
And stay with the ball. Back to 1. Good shot, Ethan.
Eagles with just about 2 minutes to play here in the first half. As they're looking for some offense. As they've got a chance here. Megan Henley's pass to Whitman. As Whitman will attempt to attack on the outside. She'll cross it in. As Sloan had a chance there,
I think we're going to have a corner.
but couldn't get a shot off.
Yeah, ready 2 on 2. No, it can't be. That's stoppage time.
Kira Singh.
Ready 3 on 3.
Kira Singh, defender for the Eagles.
And on the kick, back to 1.
Corner there by Kira Whitman. As the Eagles are attempting to keep the possession as Valentina tries to push it back in. As St. John's will be able to successfully clear it. Ruth Tamuno playing amazingly tonight. As she gets the ball right back
Ready 3.
for the Eagles and gave them a chance there to push it again on offense.
You need to find somebody new. Where you got Kira on there?
Back to 1.
Yeah. You're gonna hear him switch. Yeah, we already got Ruth. Get somebody maybe in the midfield. 9? All right, get number 9. By number 9.
Storm's here very loud.
Eagles and St. John's looking for one last push here as time is running low. As they're going to call offsides, it would have been a perfect opportunity. And that'll be halftime. 1-0 is your score as St. John's leads over the Eagles after they got one goal. At about 27 minutes left to go in the half, so 13 minutes into the game. St. John's got a goal, and the Eagles held them from there. We'll have a short 10-minute half, and we'll be back for the second half. You're watching Eagles on the Air on FBCA TV.
Test, test, test. Test, test. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. I still don't hear myself. Test, test, test. Test, 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 test. This one I do. Test, 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 test. Test. Test, test.
Good shots, man. That's hard without a very
Test, test, test.
down and going. The
Test,
second half, you'll
test,
be
test.
all the
We're back here in the second half. Eagles lead. Eagles are down 1-0 over St. John's. Eagles have had quite a few shots on goal as that quickly escalated near the end of the half as they started to get the ball rolling just a bit more there. But Ava Franco has been active early in this game as she's had quite a few saves, at least 8 or 9 saves already on the night. But I want to give a shout out to cornerback Ruth Tamuno, who's had an outstanding game on defense, holding St. John's at bay. As St. John's will have an early corner.
Now, you say right now probably Ava's 8 saves have been awesome, but Ruth has probably saved about another 4 or 5 goals just herself by intercepting passes or fighting other players off the ball.
Eagles have had trouble maintaining any possession tonight, but when they haven't had possession, Ruth Tamuno has been the one to kickstart their offense.
That was Covarrubias right there that kind of knocked the ball off of a St. John's player out of bounds for a goal kick.
Good defensive play there from the junior, as Franco will give a goal kick. St. John sends it in as they go for a header but miss it just slightly. Ball will fall out of bounds yet again for another goal kick. Franco has taken numerous goal kicks tonight, much more than the St. John's keeper. If you're just joining us, St. John's had their first goal 13 minutes into the first half, and that's all the scoring that we've had thus far.
We have put 5 shots on goal. Whitman has 2 of those. And then I think Salone Forestier has, and Sydney got 1, and Megan got 1 on goal. I mean, 5 shots on goal in the first half. Not too shabby. All you need right now is 1 to get past the keeper.
Absolutely. They've had a very small fraction of the possession. But even with that small fraction, whenever they've had the ball, they've made some great pushes. As the Eagles don't let that one get behind them. St. John's gains control as Whitman takes it right from him. Ferguson's pushing up the side. She tries to cross it into Whitman, but it's not there. St. John's trying to quickly push it up. Great save there by Franco, aided by Ruth Tamuno.
That's going to be a foul called. Wow. I think that's the first foul of the game called. You said we had a handball in the first half. I don't remember a foul called in the first half, but there was Tamuno. I mean, she doesn't run track, I don't think, but my goodness, you see that speed?
Great closing speed for a center back.
Just saved another shot on goal there.
St. John's quickly pushing it back up. As Kira Singh is in on defense as Tamuno's there to aid. Shot there is going to be blocked by Franco. St. John looking to reset their offense.
Mr. Lee said if you're on the camera, you're getting a 50. The funny thing though is
Eagle. St. John's looking to put pressure on from the outside. St. John's with a chance to cross it in. It's going to be out of bounds off of Rutamuno yet again in the middle of the action.
Stats are almost flipped from what they were last game. Last time we were on this field, we were taking all the shots, had all the possession, all the corners. A little bit different, but last game we did win 5-0.
Saved by Franco there.
There's double figures and save as Franco gets her 10th.
It's going to be an Eagle throw-in as they look to drum something up here on offense and try and put pressure on that St. John's defense. Franco takes the ball on yet another attempt. Eagles have had a lot of trouble generating anything off of any goal kicks, as St. John's been able to handle a lot of Franco's goal kicks. Save there by Franco yet again. That'll make that her 11th, or 12th, excuse me, on the night. St. John's gains control yet again as Samuno heads that one. St. John's looking to reset their offense yet again. As they pull it back here, are looking for a better opening. Eagles had an opportunity but couldn't gain possession.
Now the one goal that St. John's got was a really, really good shot. Strong shot right into the corner. Very well taken, but they haven't put a whole lot of real hard shots in, and that's due to some solid play by the Eagles' defense.
That was a great takeaway right there from Lily Seifert.
There we go, offsides.
And they'll call an offsides there on St. John's. St. John's looked to appear to have a chance there with the shot with Franco out of position. Eagles haven't been able to generate much offense, let alone get it outside into a pushing up territory and maintaining it on their side of the field. What has been an overarching issue that you've seen with the Eagles and their struggle to maintain some offense and maintain some possession as we see them finally with the ball here?
My old soccer coach used to say first to the ball, right? And it seems like every time we take any kind of a long kick or something like this, it seems like St. John's is getting to the ball before us about 80% of the time. And it's just hard to get any possession going.
Ferguson looked to push that one up. But the Eagles now with a chance in plus territory.
You already mentioned those goal kicks. It seems like every time we take a goal kick, they're first to the ball and they're getting another shot off.
Eagles have got to do a better job positioning themselves and looking for bigger opportunities on goal kicks. Whitman trying to make a play on the ball by herself. As Ferguson looks across it, but it's going to have gone out of bounds.
Yeah.
Eagles had a good opportunity there to make something happen.
I wonder if St. John's did some scouting and found out that Whitman and Ferguson work so very well together that they're kind of tilting their defense to this side. They haven't had hardly anything at all going on this game so far.
St. John's quickly back on the attack as Thea Longbottom will push that one out as Magaha couldn't get to it.
Thea Longbottom's showing some speed too. That's a pretty quick defense we have on the field. She made up about a 2-yard deficit and got in front to knock that ball out.
St. John 23rd on the corner. Header was attempted, and Franco will go in for the save. Good play there by the keeper to get in there and get the ball before any funky things could have happened.
A little bit of good fortune there as St. John's player had a dead-on shot with the header, but just couldn't quite square it up.
Ruth Tamuno trying to position to pass. And she'll take it right back. She's been one of the few Eagle players that whenever she's contested, she's been able to hold on to the ball despite a contest from the defense. Volmert, the junior defender, running that one down. It'll be another goal kick. We'll see if the Eagles can find a way to maybe keep this goal kick. As Franco boots it out of bounds. And it'll be St. John's throw in. Shot for St. John's is to the left of the goal. No work needed to be done on Franco's part to save it, as she'll take another goal kick. As that one's going to be kept in the possession of St. John's yet again.
We had about a 10-minute session in the first half where the Eagles were able to get off some shots, got control, owned the midfield. But we're back in one of those time periods right now where, again, St. John's is asserting a lot of control over the possession and the shots. But all it takes is one right now for the Eagles to tie this game up.
13 minutes into the second half. This is about where we were when St. John's got their first goal and only goal of the match. Eagles with a good opportunity here as Whitman pushes it forward. And that one's going to be booted out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw-in.
Did you see that? As soon as she touched the ball, 3 defenders were within like 2 yards of her. They know.
Small opening Whitman had in the middle, quickly vanquished. And they were all able to converge on her and prevent her from getting too far upfield. St. John's looking to take it as Kira Singh comes flying in on the pressure. As Tamuno will boot it out for a St. John's throw-in. St. John's continuing their throw-ins here. That one's going to be kicked out of bounds by St. John's. That's going to be another goal kick for the Eagles. But if history has shown anything in this game, it's that the St. John's will quickly get the ball back here, despite it being a goal kick for the Eagles. This proves true as St. John's is right back on the attack and looking to push it. As Tamuna clears it to Whitman, as Whitman tries to make a turn here. And she makes a pass upfield, but it appears none of the Eagle forwards are ready for that quick push upfield. Sydney Ferguson has a chance to get to it. It's going to be cleared by St. John's. That's going to turn into a big push by St. John's. That's going to be stopped by Ruth Tamuno yet again. Just about 24 minutes to play here in the second half. And that's going to be a goal for St. John's. Great play there from the St. John's offense to get that off the throw-in and get a quick goal. 2-0 is now your score. Eagles pushing it up on offense as Sydney Ferguson playing on the outside, tries to take it in, and it's going to be taken away off the contest by the St. John's defense. That last goal that got by Franco, scored by number 23, Miles Magaha, as she's looking to push it yet again. As she makes a good pass here, as that shot's going to be wide left, but St. John's up 2-0 now here with Magaha's goal for St. John's.
Looking to see if there's going to be any kind of a change to the formation by the Eagles coaching staff. Maybe put another forward up, or take one of your midfielders and send them a little bit farther ahead on the attacks. For the most part of tonight, our attacks have been limited to about 2 players, maybe 3 if you count Sloan on the far side there going forward. At the end of this match, Jackson will be choosing a player of the game for the Eagles. If you're listening and you are either a student or a parent, Fort Bend Christian Academy, if you're a student, you can win yourself a Jeans Day pass. If you're a parent, you can win your child a Jeans Day pass by going on Instagram and putting the name of the person Jackson calls the player of the game. All you got to do is put their name down, and anybody who puts the correct answer will be put into a random drawing. So a chance to win a day of comfort, wearing some blue jeans instead of school uniform. So go on Instagram. It's @EaglesOnTheAir on Instagram. And we will have the player of the game. Jackson will say who it is at the end of this match. And if you put their name, you could be a winner. Halfway through this second half, that 2-0 score looms large right now. Eagles are going to have to do something they haven't done yet. They're going to have to do it twice. A couple more subs coming in for St. John's.
Eagles looking to get some offense here as they're going to need it with just 20 minutes to go. As Whitman looking to take it in on her own. She tries to get a shot off. And to go right into the face of a St. John's defender. Ball's up in the air. As the ball is going to go out of bounds. But the Eagles had a chance there. And had a couple opportunities to slip in a goal. Couldn't get it done.
Well, there are 2 more shots, and I think right now if we can get Whitman free like that, she puts one in the next few minutes, right back in the game. She can score from just about, I would say, anywhere. If you're looking at the football markers there, 20 on in, we've seen her put shots in the corner.
I remember last year, Whitman had a special game where she had at least 5 or 6 goals against Cristo Rey here at home, where she just took over the game in a routing of a 9-0 victory. They'll need some similar heroics tonight to come out with a win. Down 2-0, but 2-0 considered one of the more dangerous leads in soccer. Just roughly 18 minutes to play here. And as we're 18 minutes out, at the conclusion of this girls' game, we'll have the Fort Bend Christian Academy boys taking on the St. John 23rd boys. So make sure to stay tuned for the nightcap on FBCA TV.
Oh,
Another shot and another goal for St. John's. Great shot there, just over the outstretched hands of Franco. Great play there by SJ23 to get that goal.
yeah, there's a bit of an error on one of our defenders who had the ball, tried to turn with the ball to clear it, and the ball just, I don't know, took a wrong bounce off of her foot. And the St. John's player did exactly what you're supposed to do with mistakes. You put it in the back of the net.
3-0 now the score. St. John's is pushing this one out of reach for the Eagles. We'll see if they can get some late game magic here. Try and trim this lead. St. John already pushing it back up. There's going to be a foul called on St. John. As you can start to see the frustration setting in for the Eagles players. Kira Singh takes that free kick. Just looking to send it as far as she could. St. John's pushing it again offensively. As the cross is behind St. John's, but she recovers
Oh, my goodness.
and almost puts it in the corner.
I'm going to say, if she intended to do that move, whatever it's
That
called,
spin.
let's just call it the Messi. If she intended on doing that, that was fabulous. In between 2 defenders, she does a 360 and pulls the ball. She nutmegged herself to get past the defenders. That was impressive.
She fooled the others by fooling herself, and she wound up with the ball at her feet between herself and the goal. Thought no better opportunity than to shoot. Just 15 minutes to go here. And what looks to be a St. John's victory, but not if Kira Whitman and the Eagles have anything to say about it here. As Sydney Ferguson with the contest tries to take the ball. Eagles have had a lot of trouble getting the uncontested balls.
You've never even been in there.
Yeah, I'd say a lot of the stuff that did work last game are being foiled by St. John's. Their midfield and their defense are able to put a stop to just about every one of the long extended offensive plays the Eagles have been trying. Through passes, long shots, you name it, they've been able to get in front of him. So hats off to them. They played a very good game. I think right now the Eagles really just want to make sure they get one goal. If they can get that goal within the next couple of minutes, who knows? Get a second one, and then we'll see.
St. John's making mass substitutions here as they're emptying the bench here near the end of the game. Shot just a bit high. It's going to be a goal kick for the Eagles and Franco. 14 minutes roughly to play here. An incredibly disciplined defense here. Disciplined defense performance from St. John's. Stopping any real offensive push here from the Eagles, not giving them much offensive possession. Maybe not even 10 to 15 minutes of this match of possession. Hats off to St. John's.
You'll see a couple of our main offensive players are having to come back and play a lot of defense. And that's going to take the legs out of Ferguson and Whitman. Like those last plays, they were down by our 20-yard line.
Numerous times they've been pushing up near the 20-yard line, all the way even down to the 10-yard line. And they've had lots of opportunities and chances, I would guess you would say, to play defense. Probably not where they would prefer to be playing. It's a sign of the possession. As Whitman, looks like she's going to try and do it herself here. As she's trying to push it wide herself. And she'll try to take a shot herself, and it's going to be blocked by the keeper, but not after an incredible effort to go cross field by herself and get a good shot off. Incredible pace there from the junior.
It's been a long time since I've seen a player that has the speed and the dexterity and the ball control. She literally went, 50 yards, 40, 50 yards with the ball and defenders on her heels and still controlled the ball enough to get a shot off. It's just not a normal thing.
Whitman will be playing at Merrimack College up near Boston.
Ooh.
At the conclusion of her senior year. She's only a junior now, but already committed to play. An exciting opportunity for Whitman as they're getting a special, special player. But an opportunity to play D1 soccer. Big time for her. St. John's pushing it up yet again. Almost at a amazing curve shot. Couldn't curve just enough to get in that top corner. But a great effort there by St. John's and a great attempt to save it by Franco.
Yeah, the last couple of shots by both teams, ours by Whitman and that last St. John's shot, both teams get the ball from one end of the field to the other end in just a matter of about 10 to 15 seconds to get a shot off. And if you're a defense, you're taking it easy, and 5 seconds later you're diving to defend a goal somewhere. I know we haven't put one in the back of the net yet, but this offense can. Really like to see them get one right now.
Would also like to mention at the conclusion of this game, we have the boys soccer game between St. John's and Fort Bend. So if you have anyone you know that's will be looking to watch that boys game, that's coming up at 7 o'clock right here on FBCA TV. So make sure to let your friends know to tune in here for free to catch that thrilling game coming up. And also, Eagles on the Air, we run off of sponsorships and donors. And so if you're looking for a sponsorship or an ability to be an ad on one of our games, please contact John Williams at FortBendChristianAcademy.org in terms of ads and sponsorships. Again, John Williams at FortBendChristianAcademy.org.
FortBendChristian.org.
FortBendChristian.org. Eagles on the Air would greatly appreciate sponsors, as we'll be looking to promote your company. It would also better further these student-led broadcasts as we look to grow each year in our ability with our tech and our sound and our camera quality to grow better and better and be one of the best broadcasts in the state of Texas. Just 9 minutes to play here roughly in this girls' game, as you can start to see both boys' teams warming up on the sides, getting prepared for their 7 o'clock game.
And back when I coached at Fort Bend Christian, I coached soccer for 1 year as a fill-in. We played in the fall. We didn't have to deal with 40 and 50-degree temperatures. The guys are going to play tonight in probably right around 50. Oh, here you go.
As Whitman with a big push here on the left side. We'll see if she crosses there, takes it herself. She's got to take it herself. Oh, and she just kicks it and couldn't catch up to it. Just a little too much power on that ball. Got a little bit too excited on that breakaway.
Yeah, it looked like at the last second she was going to cross that ball over, and was that Forestier that was in front, ready to tap that one in. Couldn't quite catch up to it. She's been doing quite a bit of sprinting lately.
Yeah, slow and frosty air. Sophomore, number 13 for the Eagles. Hasn't had as many opportunities tonight out playing forward as she probably would have liked. But the Eagles had a golden 2-on-1 with the goalie there, but couldn't capitalize.
So early on, I'm looking at potential players of the game. We have said Tamuno's name several times. Ava Franco has 13 saves tonight. A couple easy ones, but also a couple of key ones. With a couple of players, Whitman has the most shots for the Eagles. She's taken, looks like, 5 shots thus far. Best chance for a goal for the Eagles. So here's some candidates right there.
Kiera Whitman absolutely played a great game on the offensive side, and Ruth Tamuno, especially in the first half, was just everywhere on defense, playing a great game for the Eagles. Outstanding defense and playing very physical brand of soccer.
And so whoever Jackson chooses as that player of the game, remember, all you got to do is go to Eagles on the Air on Instagram and put their name in to answer the question. And you can win a Jeans Day pass for yourself or for your child. Fort Bend Christian only, of course. I can't really control anything that St. John's is going to do. Who knows? It can get you a Jeans Day pass and see if your school honors it.
Just about 5.5 minutes to go here of regulation. Eagles just looking to piece something together here to maybe get a goal and go out with something to be proud of here tonight. As there's going to be a foul there.
Ooh.
Looks like
They call it on them?
Looks like they're calling it on St. John's.
Hey, here we go. We're going to have a penalty.
And here's the Eagles' opportunity for a goal. as there was a penalty in the box, and Kira Whitman will get a chance to cut the lead here. Great turn of events here for the Eagles. Kira Whitman has a great chance here.
Stay on 3 for this kick.
She's lined up to take the PK. Shot goes
Yes.
down on the right side. That's going to be in for a goal. Eagles make it 3-1 with 4 minutes to go here off of the PK by Kira Whitman.
She took that calmly, but put it in a really good spot. If the goalie guesses where she's going to go, she's probably still not going to save that shot.
Kira looks ever so confident and calm up there, taking that PK. Exactly what you want to see from a junior leader on the team. Really sets the tone for the rest of the team. Really good to see that. So such a great player for the Eagles.
Not an easy thing to do. Just ask Harry Kane. His ball still hasn't come down.
He's going to probably regret that for the rest of his life against France.
Well, glad they got that goal. They needed that goal, and I'll say they deserve it, especially the girls that are playing a lot up front and been doing a ton of running. And like Whitman has been going all the way back to play defense and helping out in midfield as well against this really strong St. John's team.
As Ferguson's trying to push it up. As we're just going to have a goal kick here. Just about 3 to play here. A little time left, but the Eagles will have managed to come out with a goal here. As it appears they're going to fall to St. John's 3-1, barring any major changes in the last few minutes.
So does that goal change your mind at all about player of the game?
I think it may just a little, as you want to consider where the Eagles' sole offense has come from. Just to give you a hint at where I may be going post-game.
Well, you've got exactly 2 minutes then to figure out where you're going on the player of the game.
Eagles back on the defense as Ruth Tamuno will gain control of that one. And Whitman will try to send it up yet again.
There, get her.
She sees Ferguson up there, and they're going to ding her for offsides,
Or they
I
call
believe.
they call a foul?
Oh, yeah, I think they did call a foul.
All right. I think Whitman went to find Ferguson, and she got her
tripped.
foot kicked just at the last second. So Ferguson is not exactly what you'd say slow. She was screaming up that left side. There's some speed up front for the Eagles.
Eagles have a free kick here in good position.
You think she goes for goal right here?
I don't see why not. Less than 2 minutes to go. Any goal you can at this point is what you're going to want to take. Whitman goes for the goal, and she'll only come away with a field goal. So not 3 points. And it would be nice if that was. As the score will remain 3-1.
I said that was clean, though, wasn't it? That was sharp.
Just a little bit high on her approach. And that'll be the match. 3-1 is your score as St. John's knock off the Eagles here on the road. Kira Whitman with your only goal for the Eagles on the penalty kick. As we're going to give player of the game to Ruth Tamuno and her defensive efforts tonight. As she played a great game out on defense. Taking balls and making her presence known and stopping a lot of balls from even getting to the keeper, Ava Franco. I thought she played a great game all around and starting some of the offensive pushes and saving some goals. So Ruth Tamuno, player of the game for the Lady Eagles.
All right, so if you go on Instagram, at Eagles on the Air, type in Ruth Tamuno as your guess. Well, I guess you know it now. As your Jackson just said, the player of the game. You'll be in a drawing for a Jeans Day Pass this week. We'll get it to you, whoever is drawn as the winner. Well done, folks. Don't let it be said that Jackson Champion can only announce football. Football, baseball, basketball, softball, and now soccer. The man can do it all. Well done, sir.
Trying to expand my reach, but aided by the great Mr. Williams.
Yes.
Always appreciate the help.
All right, the guys is slated to start for 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock start for the boys. 27 minutes away. We'll see you then.
Good evening, folks, and welcome out here to Fort Bend Christian Academy. We are back with men's soccer as your Fort Bend Christian Academy Eagles will take on the Second John 23rd boys. Eagle ladies lost the first game 3-1. They got their one goal off of a late PK from Kira Whitman. Eagles looking for a better outcome than the ladies had. In goal, looks like that's Chiso Ajoku back in goal for the Eagles. He's been hurt, but he's back, and we are underway. Quite a few seniors on this Eagle team, as Jude Dietz, Max Ortiz, and Jeffrey Kutei, all the seniors for this team, looking to close out their senior season on a high note. Eagles are 2-2 in district play. Two, 2-1 overall on the season.
Nick, you still got no shot up here, man. There you go. I don't know if the wires are bad or what. Okay, we are. It's just keep on blinking out.
Eagles defense.
I'll tell you what. Take both your
Back
batteries
there
out,
is
those, and we'll
Dan Aviles and Max
on two right
Ortiz
now, stay on two.
are in the defense,
For one. Keep it right here, right now.
as Jeffrey,
Keep it close as long as you got.
Daniel Bassi playing up at forward for the Eagles.
Don't switch without us knowing. So got the camera. Okay, we're on two right now. I go one. Stay on one.
Quick play here as Bassi's in the open field, as that shot's way off. Goes off the wrong side of the foot, and that'll flutter out of bounds and be an SJ throw-in. Quick action here as the Eagles had a chance there off the throw-in to make a move. Couldn't get the ball rolling.
A little bit closer when we're this far away. Brooke, keep the ball in the front.
St. John 23rd back on the offensive.
Stay on one. Get the top going.
St. John's reverses the field and clears that last offensive push. Manuel Montoya controls this one. Gets it back to Mario Gonzalez, who gets it back to Mac Ortiz, who looks to push it ahead. As the ball will fall out of bounds and be a throw-in.
Eagles won their first contest with St. John 23rd this year. With a score of 4-4, they won in PKs. So the St. John 23rd looking to reclaim a victory against the Eagles, take revenge on an early loss that they suffered this season.
So we'll have a throw in here by St. John's. And now another throw in for Fort Bend. Good attempt there. Good pass there from Facunre to try and get it up there for Emmanuel Montoya, but couldn't quite get it there. But a good attempt at a good cross in just past the outstretched foot of Montoya. Ball is being pushed up by the Eagles. As Montoya will send it up to Bassie, and Bassie will try and push it. As they're going to call an offsides on Bassie. 6 minutes into the match.
Bassie just a little ambitious on that one. Kick out from the Lions goalie to the defender. Lions looking to make something happen. After strong opening start where they controlled most of the possession, the Eagles reclaimed a little bit of the authority here in this game. Going to be a throw-in now here for the Eagles. And out-of-bounds pass results in a throw-in for the Lions. Eagles now going to have a throw-in on the far side of the field. Montoya takes the ball.
Eagles with a chance here with a shot. And that's a goal for the Eagles. Great shot there. Great play there by Santiago Zurita.
The sophomore for the Eagles gets Fort Bend Christian Academy on the board here within the 32nd minute.
Santiago Zurita. Great play there from the sophomore. Great cross in. Great shot in. Sneak it in the corner past the goalie's hands. You thought that was going to be an offsides penalty for the Eagles. And it turned out to be a great play. St. John's is quickly pushing it up. Looking to make something happen on offense. That'll be quickly thwarted by the Eagles' defense.
Early goal by the Eagles really sets the momentum for the rest of this game. You know, as we've seen so far this year, not a whole lot of goals scored. The Eagles with a strong defense, a couple of offensive struggles. So the Eagles have been playing a bunch of low-scoring games. So an early goal here against the Lions really sets the tone for this game. Hopefully gives the Eagles a little bit of momentum.
Big throw in there as Bassie with a chance. Oh, and he's got a chance in here around the goal. Zurita with the ball now. He crosses it back in. It goes off the post and just over the goal. Some great some great footwork by both Bassie.
And Emmanuel Montoya, the
man,
Eagles,
oh man.
playing great soccer so far today. Very good start here for Fort Bend Christian Academy, making light work of this Lion defense. And they'll keep the pressure on as Emmanuel Montoya now with the ball back. He has an opportunity. He looks for Bassie. And it appears we're going to have an offsides call against Daniel Bassie. That'll be his second of the night.
Santiago Zurita sends it back to Jeffrey. As Jeffrey will try to send it up to Montoya. As Bassie gets up there, and he'll get it up to Montoya. As it appears they're going to call another offsides on Fort Bend. Fort Bend getting a little bit too eager tonight in their offensive pushes.
Strikers Emmanuel Montoya and Daniel Bassie working very well together tonight. A lot of help from midfielders, especially Santiago Zurita and Jeffrey Katei, to really advance the ball down the field and make sure the Eagles are getting some good opportunities offensively. Smalling now with the ball. He'll kick upfield. That'll be intercepted by the Lions defense.
Ortiz will try to send it up to Bassie. To no avail. It's going to be a Fort Bend throw-in. With just roughly 28 minutes to play here in the half. Header is missed by Montoya. As St. John looks to clear it. Great feet work by St. John's and a great through ball as St. John's looking to push on the offensive. And the goal is stopped by Chiso Ojoku after juggling it quite a bit. Nearly sent a scare throughout the hearts of Fort Bend fans.
Nonetheless, a great play by the senior keeper. Just the leadership of Chiso Ojoku, so inspiring to this Eagle team. He really brings the motivation for this Eagle offense. He'll boot this one downfield.
For the Eagle offense from the goalie.
He really just sets the tone for the whole team. Just his work ethic and his leadership is just inspiring for the rest. His defense, his offense, just the Eagles can play with confidence knowing they have a senior leader in the goal who's going to come through for him, and he does it there.
I see Chiso Ojoku's hard work firsthand. I have him in Physics C first period, and he's working hard every morning.
Well, his work ethic in the classroom definitely translates to his work ethic on the field. Already showing that he has talent on the soccer field. After showing he has talent on the football field as well. Really is a leader on the state championship football team.
Chiso Ojoku, a transfer from Nigeria a year ago. Came back to the States. And is now making his impact on the soccer field. think we just talked. Eagles maintaining possession under high pressure from St. John's. Miss pass.
Now, similar to the girls' team, Jackson, the Eagles guys soccer team playing with a lot of young talent on the field. Sophomore Santiago Zarita, as well as Mario Gonzalez and Gavin Smalling. Future is bright for this Eagles soccer team as they've had some success this season. Definitely more to come in the future.
Daniel Bassey with the body check. And that'll be St. John ball.
Lions now with a free kick from their side of the field. They'll make a substitution, as it appears one of their defenders will come out of the game and will be replaced with a different one. Lions now take the ball. Just a short kick. Get it back in play. There's a kick downfield. Defended well by Smalling. After a rocky start, the Eagle defense definitely showing some signs of life as the Fort Bend Christian Academy offense has maintained time of possession now for a majority of this game. Lions now get it back. They'll have a throw-in on the other side of the field.
Defense really being anchored in, really from the support of goalie Chiso Ajoku. All starts with the keeper making the calls out in the goal.
Eagles now the throw-in. That'll be advanced downfield. Lions keeper will come out of the box, pick that one up. And he'll sling it out to one of his defenders down the other side of the field.
Daniel Bassey looking to push it up, but he's going to be called offsides yet again. Not the first time tonight for Bassey. He's been kind of in a couple of those situations. His fourth offsides. Now tonight. Manuel Montoya, junior player, soccer player, along with the football place kicker. Done a great job kicking field goals, extra points, and manning the kickoff duties all season for the state championship football team. Now in his main sport, out playing in the midfield. Fancy pass there. As Smalling gets it out in the wing and looked to cross it in. That one's just going to be kicked out of bounds by St. John. That's going to be a throw in for the Eagles with roughly halfway to go here in the first half. That's going to be a corner for the Eagles. Their first of the night. Good shot of what the Eagles are going to look to be running here. We'll see if they try to run a set piece here.
A little bit of a trick play. Emmanuel Montoya now at the ball. He'll cross it in. The Lions will clear it out. That'll be another goal for Fort Bend Christian on the header from Daniel Bassie. Great cross there from Fort Bend Christian to set up their second goal of the night. Daniel Bassie in the right place at the right time to put that one in the net. Your Eagles now with a 2-0 lead. 20 minutes into this game.
Yeah, great header there by Bassie to understand where he was on the field and where to angle his body in order to get that one in the goal. Great awareness and great play there. From the junior striker. We'll pause for an injury timeout.
Yeah, we're good. We're back after short injury break. Daniel Bassie did appear to walk off on his own strength, so always a good sign. As the junior striker, definitely a vital part of this team. He'll take a short break as he recovers. He gets checked out on the sideline by our athletic trainer, Danielle Kaiser. Eagles now playing a little bit of defensive.
Want to give a quick shout out to our viewers all the way in Ecuador and Argentina. We've got 5 international viewers, 4 in Ecuador, 1 in Argentina. Want to thank you for tuning in to Eagles on the Air and showing your support for your Eagles all the way across the world. We know they greatly appreciate it.
About 17 and a half minutes left to go here in the first half of play. Eagles with the 2-0 lead if you're just now joining us. Fort Bend really with control of this game. They've been tearing up the St. John defensive side of the ball. The Eagles have looked confident, calm, cool, and collected on defense. So lots of positive signs, lots of good things from Fort Bend Christian is they may look at another opportunity here as Emmanuel Montoya now has the ball on the wing. He looks for Facunre with the header. Oh, and just missed is Facunre. Would have been 3-0 if that ball was a little more on target, but nonetheless a great attempt there from the Eagles. A great cross from Emmanuel Montoya.
St. John's 23rd has not had many opportunities on the offensive. They've been playing a lot more defense. Very different, much different verdict from the girls' game. That was the exact opposite, where St. John's 23rd was on the offensive for almost the entire game. Not much work or pressure on Chiso Ajoku so far tonight, who only has one save. It was a close one, but only one. But despite his close save, Chiso Ajoku made a great play, had sure hands. He was in the right place at the right time. Made sure he got his hands on the ball and got it out effectively.
Another thing to add, he has a booming leg. That was a monster kick that he had after that save. Really set up the Eagles' first goal. So big props to the goalkeeper tonight. Max Ortiz will send that one downfield. Eagles almost looking at another opportunity, but the Lions goalie will come out and take that one.
St. John 23rd goalie having a tough time finding someone to get the ball out to. As St. John's is looking to push it out front. As Dan Aviles gets to that one and booms it out.
It appears Daniel Bassi made an athletic play on the sideline to prevent that one from going over the fence. Always a good sign to see that he is okay. Another throw-in now here for the Eagles. They'll clear it up the field. Just looking to get the ball back. St. John territory.
Just about 14 minutes left to play here. There's a free kick here as the Eagles are looking to push it up on the offensive as Charles Bassi is going to try and flip it over to Gavin Smallings. Oh, and he makes a nice move on the ball. He makes a nice crossover to Bassi. He gets a shot off. Excuse me. That was Jeffrey who came all the way up to make that play.
Eagles now with control of the ball, working in the middle of the field. They'll turn it over, looking to get it back. And it appears they'll kick it downfield. The Eagles can rest now a little bit. Gavin Smalling making a move. He looks to keep possession. Lions now clearing it up the field to the Eagle defense. Montoya will hold on to it. He'll clear it up the field to one of his teammates.
Eagles trying to work up the sideline. They're not able to get to it.
Ready, 3. No, stay on here. Ready, 2 on 2. It's going to be a throw-in. It's going to be a throw-in, 2. Up the line, 2. Up the line. The guy with the ball. Stay with the ball. Stay with it. Good. Ready, 1.
Eagles now with another opportunity, and they'll turn it over inside the box. That'll be a penalty against, it appears, Emmanuel Montoya in the middle of the field is who. Get a booking penalty. That'll be a free kick for the Lions deep in their own territory.
Ready, 1. On 1.
St. John now moving the ball down the field. Eagles will pick it back up. They'll just look to clear it out. Now it's Emmanuel Montoya with the ball running in the middle of the field. He'll make a move. He'll clear it up the field. Lions keeper comes out quick, and he'll take possession of the ball, preventing another big play from the Eagles.
Ready, 2. 2. There you go. And 1. Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth.
Eagles with just about 10 minutes to go here in the first half, maintaining a 2-0 lead. Looking to build that lead here. Wait, in the first half, as St. John's is pushing up here on the offensive. That ball is going to be kicked out to the side.
Looks like we'll have a corner kick here for the Lions. This is where the Eagle defense and keeper Chiso Ajoku are going to have to step up, really make a play to keep the Eagles with a very strong lead here in this game.
Ajoku will be able to use his large frame to be able to shield off any of the balls that come in his radius and get up there for a good chance.
It appears we're going to have a free kick for the Lions. Looks to be a little bit outside the box, so won't exactly be a penalty kick, but nonetheless a very close opportunity.
Just on the border of the box.
Eagles will set up a wall. You've got to bet that the Lions will go for the goal here. After a pass, they will. Lions now with the opportunity. That'll be a great slide tackle there by Eagles defender. Keep that one away from the goal. Lions now will set up, I believe, a corner kick. Corner kick coming in. That'll be taken out of play by Santiago Zarita.
And the Eagles will be able to clear it here and avoid any further damage for the moment. Gavin Smallings only went back, but there's going to be a foul call on him, and it'll be SJ23 ball.
I believe this can be a handball called against Gavin Smalling. The Lions now with free kick.
Coming up this Thursday, we'll be back in action on the broadcast as Fort Bend will take on Lutheran South Academy in soccer yet again. So make sure to tune in at 5 and 7 check out those games. And another district matchup here at home. So FBCA.TV will be the place to be to keep up to date with Eagle basketball. And we would be broadcasting the game tomorrow for basketball, but it's going to be on your local news stations. What station? KPRC.
I'm sorry, it'll be on Vibe, but KPRC Game of the Week.
It'll be the KPRC Game of the Week. Game can be found on Vipe stream, so make sure to tune in there to watch the FBCA boys and girls basketball teams take on the Woodlands Christian Academy. Tune in to watch senior Evan Carpenter and junior Gracie Peschel play for the girls basketball team as they look to lead the Eagles to a victory after their last loss last Friday. I have to wonder, Derek, what is your opinion on if Chiso Ajoku was on the basketball team as well?
I think the Eagle basketball team would really take a step up. His senior leadership would really step up the team, and he obviously has a very impressive athletic build. He could be of very good benefit to the Eagle basketball team led by Jaden Ariza and Eduardo Vidal. Eagles having some success on the basketball court this season. They'll face the Woodlands Christian Academy tomorrow. Like Jackson said, that'll be broadcasted on Vipe, so be sure to tune in.
Make sure to tune in tomorrow. Going to be a great game on Vipe, not on FBCA TV. Tune in on Vipe. 4:30 to go here in the second half. As Charles Bassey, or excuse me, Jeffrey puts that one in.
Jeffrey Kutei with an incredible play. That'll make it 3-0 just before halftime. The Eagles now truly commanding this game, as 3-0 is very impressive. Like we were talking about earlier, 4-4, went to PKs in their first contest this year. Eagles were able to take it away. It looks like the Eagles really dominating this one against the Lions. Lions turn over that one. That'll be an Eagle throw-in with just under 3.5 left to go, plus stoppage time here in this first half of play. Montoya launches that one downfield for Smalling, who's on sides. Eagles are going to have a corner kick after that ball was kicked out of bounds by the Lions.
Corner kick gets sent in. That's going to be snagged by the keeper. He's going to look to run out fast. It's going to be quickly stopped by Santiago Zarita. There's going to be a foul on the Eagles.
2 minutes stoppage time now on the clock. We have reached that point in the first half. Eagles with a 3-0 commanding lead over St. John 23rd Lions. Lions now with a goal kick. Jackson, what have you liked so far from the Eagles in this first half of play? Obviously, a lot of great things offensively, but let's talk about the defensive side of the ball. What have you liked?
The defense hasn't had to get involved as much, but center backs Dan Aviles and Max Ortiz have done a great job keeping the ball in plus territory for the Eagles, keeping it outside of their defensive territory and getting a good chance for the offense to always have the ball and be attacking. So I really like their ability to push the ball back up and get into position just like this and clear it well. And along with Chiso Joku and his one save.
And that'll be the whistle, and that will indicate halftime. So Eagles go into the half 3-0 lead. We'll be back after a short halftime break. You're watching Fort Bend Christian Academy Soccer on Eagles on the Air.
Welcome back, everybody. Hope everyone enjoyed their little halftime break. We're back to some FBCA soccer. Currently, Eagles lead 3-0 into the second half. And with that, we get our first kickoff of the half.
A great thing to see is on the field, we do have Daniel Bassi back after a bit of an injury scare in the first half. Bassi is back on the field, so definitely a blessing there that nothing serious happened and he is back on the field. That's an amazing thing to see. Eagles start off this half just by kicking the ball out of bounds after moving it up the field just a little bit, so the Lions will have a throw-in.
Yeah, switching sides of the field, Lions throw it in. Received by one of the Eagles. And we got a forward bringing the ball in, jigging out some defenders. However, Eagles knock it up the field. Number 6, dribbling the ball down. Danny Villa is racing a line to get the ball. Dan kicking it upfield to Willie Hughes. And it is going to be... it's going to be chucked into the stands.
I was able to hear a little bit of the halftime talk from the Fort Bend Christian Academy soccer coach to his players, and it was all about staying in this game, making sure that they don't take their foot off the gas pedal, because I know what happened last time. It was 4-4, went to penalty kicks, and barely came away with a victory. It was all about making sure not to let St. John's back in this game, because coach was talking about they create opportunities. They put themselves in a position to succeed, and it's all about how the Eagles choose to respond that gives them success.
Right now, Lions making their way into Eagle territory. Dan Villa is chasing the ball down. Passing it up line. A little scuffle with the Lions. Manuel Montoya with the ball. Looking for an open position. Kicks it to a Lion who boots it down the field. Number 5 for the Lions, taking it down with 3 defenders in front of him. And the ball is booted to the other side. Santiago kicks the ball up line. Received by Bassi. Bassi passing out to the outside wing. Cutting it to the middle. Santi on the outside, taking advantage of the open areas. Beating past his defender. Going towards the corner. Cross kick into the middle, received by the goalie. And the goalie throws it out to his midfielders.
Just the way the Lions goalie moves, you can tell he's a very experienced and talented goalie. Let a couple past him tonight, but largely not his fault, as those were very low percentage save shots. But nonetheless, very talented keeper for the Lions. He's able to really boot it out there, and he knows what to do with the ball when he gets it.
Yeah, especially with those shot on goals. It's not just a goalie effort, but a defensive effort as well. So even though they did get past them, it's a team effort trying to get those balls out of the goal.
Absolutely, and we've seen several times the goalie just escape the goalie box, go get the ball. You can see his aggressive mentality. He knows what to do, and he's setting up the Lions for success tonight. Luckily, the Eagles have shown a bit of resistance. They've been very, very sound on offense, playing very well tonight, moving the ball upfield well, and it all starts on the defense for the Eagles, really, really resisting well.
Yeah, and kind of taking a look at the coaches right now. Coach Manu, he's been a great coach for the Eagles so far. Really looking forward to the rest of the season, as we're about halfway through the season right now. But he's really been coaching these boys up and getting them ready for that playoff contention play games as the season continues. And with that, Lions take the ball out. And they cross kick it to the middle of the field. Received by Lions number 20. And it looks like Lions receive it back. Bassey going upfield. Lions intercept the ball over Montoya. Bats it back in, and it goes out of bounds. It's going to be Lions throw-in. Seems like we have one too many balls on the field right now. But the Lions throwing that ball. Lions kick it up line to the Eagles defense. Received by Danavelis. And it looks like there's a call on the field. It's going to be a kick. A free kick for Jeffrey. Honestly, right here, this is a great time for the Eagles to set up position, offensive stance, kind of take the best of the chance that they're given with this free kick.
Max Ortiz absolutely booting it down the field. He's setting up the Eagles well. Is now Santi with some space.
Yeah, Santi trying to pass it to Will Hughes. Kind of stuck in the corner right now, fighting away some Lions. Still stuck in that corner. Lions managed to get the ball out. And it looks like major contact was made between Jeffrey and a Lions midfielder. Yellow card is called. Jeffrey down for a little bit, back on his feet, ready to go. And Lions are going to have the free kick.
.32 minutes left here in this second half. Eagles still with a 3-goal lead. This is about the time the Eagles scored their first goal in the last half.
Lions retrieving a ball. Alexander Henley chasing after it, and it goes out of bounds. And it looks like it's going to be called Lions ball, out of bounds, throwing it in up the line.
Lions moving quickly, really looking to make something happen. 3-goal deficit in soccer is a pretty big one, so they're really going to need to flip the script if they're going to have a chance to come back in this game.
Lions continue to make it up the field by the sideline. However, ball gets kicked up to Bassey. Bassey headbutting it to a Lion. And Lyatt shoots it downfield to the Eagles defense, received by Max Ortiz. Santi fighting some Lions. Upfield to Bassey. Bassey chasing the ball down. Gets a couple touches, and he gets a shot on goal. It's going to be another goal for Daniel Bassey.
Daniel Bassey gets his second goal of the night. He's having an incredible game down in that forward position.
Yeah,
Despite the many offside penalties that he has accumulated tonight, Bassey really been helpful for this Eagles, putting 2 goals on the board and extending the lead here in the 10-minute mark of this second half.
Yeah, Bassey's definitely one of those asset players that you need at the forward position. He's just going to get you where the ball needs to go. Very talented player. And with
Bassey.
that, Santi working at the sideline, And it looks like Eagles are going to be throwing the ball, Eagles are going to be throwing the ball out.
Bassey's a player that just always seems to be at the right place at the right time. Every time that ball is kicked down the field, it seems like it's Daniel Bassey's the one that's on the fast break, looking at a shot on goal, and he's made the most of them tonight.
Ball kicked up the middle to number 7, Alexander Henley.
That's
and
gonna be
all the way up.
offsides.
Offsides call again on Bassey.
Bassey just gets a little bit eager, and he jumps ahead of the ball. Unfortunately, if he just wait just maybe a second or two longer, he'd have a lot more opportunities at the goal. That patience is something that's hard to learn for someone who's so eager to score. Bassey definitely has that mindset. You can see him now.
Looks like there's a little confusion on the sideline on who's throwing the ball in, but it looks like the Lions. Oh, the refs are talking about it. Yeah, but like you said, Bassey, definitely one of those asset players that you really need. And even though he's had a couple of those offside calls, it really just shows how eager he is to get another goal in his pocket right now with already 2 down. He knows that he can get another one, so he's trying to take the most of that opportunity.
Something to notice about this Eagle team is they just play so well together tonight. Just passing the ball very well. They're communicating well. They know where each other is going to be and how each other plays. Eagle defense is held up. The midfielders going strong. They're very well conditioned. They're able to run for miles and miles on this field without getting tired. Strikers know where they're supposed to be, and they've done their job putting the ball in the goal.
Yeah, I just like to say that you could tell that they have a lot of team chemistry because they know exactly each other's strengths and weaknesses. They know where they are in the field. That's just how you know that the team is communicating and that they're really working for each other and not just for themselves.
And like we talked about in the first half, definitely a young Eagle team that we have here. Not a ton of seniors here on this field except for Max Ortiz, Chiso Ajoku, and Jeffrey Katei, all making their mark tonight on the field, but definitely a bright future for the Eagles is Daniel Bassey, a junior, Logan Sprague out there, Santi Zarita, Alexander Henley. A lot of positive things that the Eagles soccer team has looking forward to in the future.
Yeah, especially a little shout out to Santi. 3-sport athlete. Not only does he play soccer, but he's also on the football team and the track team. So he's just a well-rounded athlete in everything that he does. And with that, Willie Hughes passing up line into Pride of Lions. However, Bassey gets the ball. Emmanuel Montoya recovering. Passing it up line to Santi. Santi taking that backside. However, it rolls out of bounds. It's going to be Eagles' ball. Throwing it in. Montoya throwing it into Jeffrey. Jeffrey kind of fumbling the ball a little bit as he goes inside. Oh, Jeffrey takes a tumble, and gameplay will stop.
Jeffrey appeared to take a midfield position when Daniel Bassey went down, but usually a defender. He's down on the field right now. We'll take a short injury timeout. We'll be right back.
Bro's acting like he's the stuff.
And we are back. Jeffrey back on his feet.
Walking on his own strength, it appears he's going to stay on the field, so hopefully just something very minor, a cramp or something of the sorts. But nonetheless, the Eagles now have a penalty kick very close to the box here.
Oh, many fake outs on that one. But it's just going to be a little too high going out of bounds on the backside.
Good attempt there from XXIII, trying to net one from just outside the box. Something about Jeffries, he works very well with both of his legs. It appears he's dominant right-footed, but he can definitely kick left-footed and place it where he wants to place it. That last shot, very advanced, put a lot of curve on it, just a little too much. Didn't have it quite dialed where he wanted it to. Very talented athlete, talented soccer player. He's led this Eagle team.
Lions kicking it up. Line is going to be out of bounds. Eagles throwing.
Bro, I'm in such a small area and y'all still happen to hit me. Like, how is that possible?
Willie Hughes throwing it in. Or never mind, Max Ortiz. Max with the laser pass to Bassie. However, touched out by the Lions. William Kipp throwing the ball out for the Eagles.
Lions gonna make a quick substitution. Now with 24 minutes left to play, Eagles with a 4-goal lead, so the Lions with definitely some ground to make up.
Bassie with the ball. Scuffle a little bit with the Lions. Lions get upfield. However, Jeffrey gets shot, but is blocked by a Lion defender.
Sucks to suck.
Received and kicked out into the center by Eagle. And the goalkeeper kicks it out towards midfield. Received by an Eagle, but is knocked out, so it's going to be Lions throwing.
That's crazy.
Lions getting past a couple of Eagle defenders. Oh, spin move to get back possession. The Lions get it back. Trying to get out of the commotion on the sideline, looking for a shot inside. However, Santi puts a foot on the ball. At this point, they're just playing keep away. Ball is intercepted, kicked down line, and received by Emmanuel Montoya.
It's going to be offsides called against Daniel Bassie and Emmanuel Montoya. They just got a little too ahead of themselves there. Lions will take over possession from the 40-yard line.
Eagles defense setting up. Number 23 with the kick for the Lions. Straight down the center. Jeffrey got a head on it. And Danavila is kicking upfield. Alexander bring the ball in. Getting past multiple defenders. Still maintaining possession. However, Lions able to snatch it away. Ball is brought to the sideline and back towards the middle. Lions bring it to the other side, just a little too far, and it is still in bounds. Eagles defense picking up, however, Lions get it back. Jeffrey
What do you mean? Is it
getting the
coming out?
ball, passing it up line to Emmanuel Montoya. Emmanuel Montoya bringing the ball closer to the goal. Oh, and Bassie is on the ground as the ball rolls out of bounds on the other side.
That did not look ideal. Daniel Bassie already suffering one injury tonight, and this will be his second, as he is clearly in pain.
Out there right now is our trainer,
He's just trying to stall for time.
Daniela Krazier. She's one of long time athletic trainer here at Fort Bend Christian Academy. Really reliable. If you ask any student athlete here at this school, you know that she is one of the best of the best. So out here once again, just doing the work that needs to be done.
Again, Bassie walking off on his own strength, but with the trainer. So if that's the end of his night, Daniel Bassie definitely leaving his mark on this contest with the Lions.
And with that, ball is going to be thrown in from the opposite sideline. Juggled around by number 6. Passed up line. Jeffrey maintaining control to William Kipp. Back to Jeffrey. Jeffrey crossing the field to Manuel Montoya. Manuel Montoya dodging a couple of Lions forwards. And it goes upfield to Lions possession. Oh, chased down by Jeffrey. He trips over himself. Lions still have possession. Ball goes down the center, received by our goalkeeper, Chizo. And he goes and kicks it out.
Very good kick there from keeper Chiso Ajoku, setting up the Eagles with good position now. Santi now working on in Lion territory.
Passing up.
And we're going to have an offsides call against Gavin Smalling as the Eagles had another opportunity at the goal. Unfortunately, just jumping off before the ball crosses.
Ball's on the either 20 or 25.
Lions kicking it in. Right down the center to Eagles defense, headbutted by Max Ortiz. Kick back down the line. Eagles managed to get a foot on it. Eagles maintaining possession. And Lions steal the ball back. Going down the sideline. Bring it towards the middle. Received by number 12. 12, shot on goal, very far away. However, Chizo managed to get it. Chizo kicking it off to the center. Manuel Montoya trying to get to the ball. Manuel Montoya pops out, manages to get it, running down the middle of the field into Lion territory. Oh, received in the middle. Oh, passed off. But however, Santi manages to get the ball back. Kicks it back downfield to Kipp. Kipp hitting at the back of defender. And now they're going back downfield. Looks like it's going to be Eagles throw-in. There's a call on the field. Oh, there's a sub coming in.
Yeah.
Kipp throwing the ball in for the Eagles. Received by Mario Gonzalez. Right to the center. Straight to Santiago. Santiago passing it up to Alexander Henley. Henley taking the ball up right down the center. Kicks it forward to Logan. Logan manages to lose the ball. Gets back in the hands of the Eagles, though. Lions kicking it out, but there will be a call on the field. It's going to be a free kick at around the 30-yard line.
About 15 minutes left to go here in this contest. Eagles up 4-0. Very much more even contest here in this second half as the Eagles just netting one here in the back 40. Definitely a couple missed opportunities due to offsides, but the Eagles with another one here. They have a look at goal, and it'll be good. The assist by Logan Sprague to Gavin Smalling will be the Eagles' 5th goal of the night, making it 5-0. The Eagles now in complete control of this game.
Yeah, very impressive effort right there. Being up by 5 points alone is a great feat. So seeing just another goal on the Eagles scoreboard, that's very motivating for this team, and kind of bringing this game to I'm not going to say a wrap just yet because we still have 15 minutes left on the clock. However, it puts the odds of winning this game heavily in the Eagles' favor.
That's the Eagles' 2nd goal of this half. They'll make some substitutions as Jude Dietz checks into the game for Fort Bend Christian.
Lions bring the ball in to the center of the field, kicking it up. Great defense by the Eagles. And the ball. And there's going to be a foul on the field. It's going to be Lions possession.
I believe that penalty is going to be called against Jude Dietz. Just checked into the game.
Mario Gonzalez leaves the game while Dan Aviles comes into the game.
Good kick there on the free kick. That's going to roll out of bounds. Should be a goal kick here for Chiso Ajoku. 13:50 left here to play. Eagles up 5-0.
Ortiz for the goal kick. Making a short pass to Jeffrey. Jeffrey looking for a way up, and he gets it. Ball is still worked on the sideline. Lions managed to get a foot on it. It knocks out of bounds. Got to be Eagles throw-in to Dan Aviles. The Lion intercepts the ball. However, Jeffrey for Eagles defense gets it back. And the ball goes out of bounds. Going to be a Lions throw-in. I just like to say that the Eagles defense so far has seemed to be doing very well for themselves, just managing to control the defensive side of the field and keeping the ball out of that territory. So I would just like great shout out to Eagles defense so far.
Also, be sure to look at the Eagles on the Air Instagram, as there will be a poll posted after the game for a player of the game. There will be a prize, so make sure you go check out the Instagram at Eagles on the Air. We'll be announcing the player of the game after the game. Be sure to stay tuned for that. Might get a chance to win a prize, so make sure to go check that out.
Manny Montoya with the offsides call, and the Lions will get the ball. Setting up for a free kick right at center field. Laser shot going right towards the center, received by Eagle defense, passing it upfield. Just a little too much power on the ball. It's going to be Eagles throw-in on the opposite sideline.
Oh no, such a horrible eye.
Eagles throwing the ball in.
Ball, guys. All three of you were off the ball that time.
Going far. Managing to get past defenders. Goes across the field. Ball's going to be thrown in on the close side of the field.
Eagles almost able to get their 6th goal of the night after the cross from Gavin Smalling to Jude Dietz was just missed right at the goal.
Okay.
Alexander Henley now working the ball inside the box. He makes a move and just can't seem to find the net. St. John 23rd goalie will emerge, pick that one up.
Ball received by the Lions, going back up midfield. In the sideline, Kip getting the ball from the defense. Ortiz passing the ball up to Santi. Santi just a little short of his intended target, and the Lions have open air on the Eagles' territory. 1-on-1, however, number 5 for the Lions overshoots his kick.
That'll bring up another goal kick for Chiso Ajoku now under the 10-minute mark. Very little time left for the Lions to make a comeback. So if this one stands, the Eagles will emerge victorious against the St. John 23rd Lions. Very good matchup, very good victory for the Eagles. That's good for the motivation heading into district play.
Ball thrown in by the Eagles, received by Montoya. Montoya fighting off a Pride of Lions. Lions hit up midfield. Popped up, received by Jeffrey. Jeffrey looking for a pass upfield. He gets Montoya. Montoya chipping it over to Danaviles, who is sprinting down the field, making his way towards the goal. And he gets a shot on goal. Oh, straight to the goalkeeper's hands. Great shot, but Danaviles. Lions will take it up the middle again. However, Montoya will gain the ball back. Woo! Montoya tripping up a Lions defender. Going up the field. Oh, Jude on the opposite side. 1-on-1 with the defender. Aviles trying to get around his defender. Aviles kicking it flat, and it goes into the goal. Alexander Henley with a headshot into the net, making the score now 6-0.
What an incredible play from Alexander Henley to secure the Eagles' 6th goal of the night. The Eagles just completely dominating the Lions as the Lions are going to make several substitutions heading into the final 8 minutes of this game. An awesome play from Danaviles to Alexander Henley.
That's how you really know this is a team sport, because Danaviles, even though he had the open shot, it was very flat, very unlikely for it to go into the goal by itself. However, when you work as a team and you have Henley right there for the assist, or to assist with that shot on goal, that's when you can really make magic happen. That's how you get more goals on the board. And with that, Lions getting the ball into Eagle territory. Ortiz diminishing the threat. And the ball goes to the sideline. Kick to the middle, received by Lions. Jude passing it to Montoya. Montoya trying to fight off number 12. But he wins that fight. Montoya getting past the defender. Looking upfield, however, blocked. Resetting for Montoya. Back to Ortiz. Ortiz to Montoya. And shot right down the center to Henley. Henley called offsides, I believe.
And the pep talk at halftime from Coach Manu holds true. The Eagles definitely did not take their foot off the gas. Basically, well, they did double their score, so now 6-0 heading into the final 6.5 minutes here of this contest. Eagles playing very good quality soccer tonight. They've all but secured a W against the St. John 23rd Lions for the 2nd time this year.
Dude, what are you hurrying up for? You're down.
Goalkeeper with the free kick. Going very deep down the field. Kip receiving the ball to Vilas. Vilas up line. Received by Porter, I believe. Going back down the field. Ortiz getting past 2 defenders, however, ball gets poked out. Ortiz continue to work the ball up the field.
You got 3 minutes.
Chipped over. Looks like Kip's going to get to the ball. Get a touch on it. Fights for possession. Getting around. A little scuffle. Kip still with possession. Kicks the goal. Goalkeeper for the Lions receives it. And he kicks it off high and deep into Eagle territory.
Big kick there from the Lions goalie. About a 50-yard kick from where he sent that one away, but recovered by the Eagles.
Ortiz taking the ball up, however, passes to Lions. Oh! Henley.
Henley
taking
now
the ball
making
in.
a move. He has a shot on goal! Alexander Henley with his second goal of the night, back-to-back for Henley. A great move made by the sophomore midfielder. Alexander Henley makes it 7-0.
Very impressive effort by Henley right there. Like you said, only a sophomore. That means he has so much more left in the tank for the coming years. Very, very impressive performance by Henley so far. With that, Lion take possession of the ball once again. And ball is passed into the backfield of the Eagles. Working the way up the sideline. Lions working their way down the field. Stuck on the sideline. Kip gets it out. Santi chasing down number 9 for the Lions. Number 9 takes a shot on goal, but Chizo successfully receives the ball.
Great save there by Chiso Ajoku to keep a 0 on the board. He'll boot that one downfield, and he'll find Smalling wide open in the midfield. A little bit of a miss kick there by the junior midfielder, and that one will fall out of bounds. It will be declared a throw-in for the Lions.
You know.
Lions actually kicking in at about 50-yard line. Kicking it down. And it's going to be out through the backside and be a goal kick for the Eagles.
2.5 left to play here. 7-0 is your score. Chiso taking his time, bringing this one back, knowing the clock is just going to keep running.
Ecuador?
Ball's going to be kicked out for the goal kick.
Max Ortiz boots this one away. Just want to give a quick shout out to our friends watching in Ecuador. We now have quite a few people in Ecuador watching our broadcast tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in, showing your support for Eagles on the Air. We hope you're enjoying our production of tonight's game, as well as we have some viewers from Mexico. Once again, thank you so much for your support. Eagles on the Air Soccer.
Manny Montoya about to receive the ball out, but received by the Lions. Now Lions have a chance to bring it down the field into Eagle territory.
And that'll roll out of bounds. It will be an Eagle throw-in. So now 2 minutes of stoppage time on the clock. Just seconds away from this game being called.
Wait, so why'd the clock stop?
Ball being thrown in by the Eagles. Santi, bring the ball up. Ball kicked up line, and it will go out of bounds. Going to be Lions throw-in.
You're down 7 points. I don't think he's in.
Lions now being contested by Santiago Zurita, and he'll take the ball back. They'll just pass it around for a little bit as this game nears its close. Once again, make sure to check the Eagles on the Air Instagram, as we will be announcing a player of the game in a couple of short moments. Dana Vila's working to keep this one in bounds, but that'll roll out. So now the Lions with a quick throw in, looking to make the most of whatever time they have left, and the Eagles will immediately take it back.
Yeah, playing a very defensive game right now. Well, as I say that, Dana Vilas is making his way steadily up the field, passing it off to sideline. Ball kicked midfield, however, Lions get a foot on it. Pass down the field, back up, received by Vilas. Looks like the ball is getting scuffled around on the backside. Ball kicked far in. Goalkeeper unable to get his hands on it the first try, but picks it up before Kip could get a foot on it. And goalkeeper kicks it midfield. And with that, that will be game. Score 7-0. Great performance so far by both teams. We love to see the effort and hard work that was put on the field tonight. Once again, just shout out to the great Eagle team, just both offensively and defensively playing a great game for this game.
So picking a player of the game tonight, looking at the first half, it's really easy to choose Daniel Bassi, but emerging in the second half, I think we got to give it to Alex Henley tonight. 2 goals in the second half, really making it happen on the offensive side of the ball, adding to the Eagles' 7-0 victory. So you've heard it here first, folks. Alexander Henley is your player of the game for tonight's contest against the St. John 23rd Lions. Thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. My name is Derek Jordan, joined tonight by Evan Carpenter. We're signing off. Have a great night.